Stagnation. Welcome back to the channel. On this channel, there are two analysts, experts, masters of their trade, if you will, that we absolutely love. We cannot go without these people giving us their opinions. And you know, depending on who you are, maybe you should listen to them. If you're trying to trade the market inversely, if you're trying to make inverse profits, if you will. What am I talking about? One of them is Peter Schiff, a gold bug. The man is an absolute genius, as we know. But when it comes to Bitcoin, his expertise level is just untouchable. That's heavy sarcasm, if you're not realizing. The second expert that we absolutely love, with over 40 years of experience in this space, okay, providing guidance to investors or misguidance, depending on who you are, right? That is Jim Cramer. Absolute beast of the game.
Bye.
But here's the thing. Here's the question I have. What has gone wrong? Okay, because I was not about to miss this opportunity. Jim Cramer made some predictions. You know, as you know, Mad Money is his show and losing is the game. But he recently made a prediction on, I think it was Facebook. And, you know, it seems that it did not go well, as usual. But this time around, he feels differently about it. He would like to apologize. He's very sorry. Shall we take a look at this video before we carry on with this?
Let's do it.
All right. Let me share my screen here. We're going to cut out the music. Absolutely incredible stuff here.
Free cash flow last year, 9.5 billion, now less than 1 billion. Yeah, let me say this about this. I made a mistake here. I was wrong. I trusted this management team. That was ill-advised. Hubris here is extraordinary. And I apologize.
Okay. What did you get wrong?
I had a belief that there was a recognition that there is an amount that you can't spend. Contrast that, for instance, with Jim Farley, who took a project that was his, Argo, and closed it because it was not ready. It was not near enough. This situation is almost a rogue situation. I had thought there would be an understanding that you just can't spend and spend right through your free cash flow. That there had to be some level of discipline, and I didn't get it. But David, what did I get wrong? I trusted them, not myself. For that I regret.
Okay.
I've been in this business for 40 years, and I did a bad job. I'm
Look,
not proud.
You're not
Not
alone.
proud.
You're not alone, Jim. Morgan Stanley today downgrades it for the first time ever to equal weight, target of 105. They call it thesis changing. What happened last night?
I think that's fair. When I discussed this with my wife, Lisa, because this is all I talked about last night, and how disappointed I was, not in them, but myself. I think that's true, was thesis changing. I did believe that there would be some discipline.
Praise it.
I emphasized to them, actually, that I expected discipline.
Listen. Oh, before we carry on, just hang on here. Man. I just need to drink some Cramer tears, you know. Tastes like the lamentations of an old madman. Your thoughts,
It's called
Double
Mad
O.
Money. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Jonathan Phillips, if you're watching this show is for you, man. And for those of you guys out there that are still following Jim Cramer, I've told you this guy has literally destroyed my account in my early days of investing, and I've learned my lesson the hard way. Here's another opportunity for you to see that this man is not always right. You gotta do your own analysis yourself. Don't just get on the TV and start watching someone saying, "Oh, this is my prediction, it's gonna go up." Ever since this guy has been on Facebook investing in it, was like $300 and something.
Right.
Now this sucker has dropped
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There is a massive track record. Okay, videos after videos we can pull up and show you where we see, Jim Cramer, someone who is in the public eye, someone who gets to affect other people's financial decisions, if you will, because they look at him as someone who knows what he's doing, and they constantly get it wrong, and they've done this for over 40 years now. As I watch this video, and maybe I'm just being untrustworthy of this apology here, are these truly the lamentations of Jim Cramer, or is this yet just something that is another play, right? Because in many ways, you could also look at it and say, hey, look, I don't think Jim Cramer really did not know that companies are not supposed to behave in certain ways, whether it's spending through all of their free cash flow and so on and so forth. And so with that, maybe he took a short position, knowing that this was going to happen. And now here we are. He just has to do his little apology to make sure that he maintains face, looks relatable, looks like he made a mistake, and so on and so forth. Given what we know about what happens in the markets with institutional investors and so on. So I'm sorry, but I don't necessarily trust it. But it's just interesting to see this. What do you think of that?
Oh yeah, there's that. Get the pigs to the market and then slaughter them. So it got everybody in there, saying that it trusted. A real investor does not just trust the business. It's all technical and fundamental analysis. It's not just based on trust. So yes, I see what you're saying. It could be an old act, like a playing it out to act as if it feels bad, but it's basically gotten its entire
Absolutely
viewers to go and buy it so that you can dump on them.
Absolutely.
It's too
Because
smart.
for the person watching, for the person watching, an apology is not going to bring their money back.
No,
the people
not
have
at
been
all.
watching for the past 40 years that he's been online. An apology is not going to bring their money back. So,
You
carry on.
cannot be in business for 40 years with this kind of errors. You'll be bankrupt by now.
Hey, somehow for these guys, it seems that the markets treat them differently. They can make mistakes and still carry on. So, and I think the problem here is just the average investor. For someone who bought Facebook at the time that he told them to buy, right? Dude, down from 350 within the year to $100. It's going to take years before you come back into the profit with this thing.
Years.
Right? And so some people just don't have that time. This is why every time we say do your own research. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of things. I mean, literally, there's pages on Facebook or Twitter now where they just bet the inverse of whatever Jim Cramer says.
Yep.
A few months ago, he said SPY was not going to come back down to, what was it? Was it June or July lows? We are there right now.
Yep.
Another wrong call, right? And that's
Yep.
just off the top of my head.
Yep.
So-
This is the start of a new bull market. Get in the market. Get in the market. That was, June, July.
Exactly. So, you guys let us know in the comments. Do you think that this is a genuine apology for Mr. Cramer? On my end, I know that I'm still going to keep calling out this sort of behavior, man, because they're just wrecking people's accounts. I'm just waiting for when Peter Schiff will be dropping his new mixtape.
Yo, this is the
Similar
same
to
guy that
this.
says he does not believe in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then we found out later that it was selling his Bitcoin and it's Bitcoin for a farm and Ethereum for a boat.
Exactly. He
How
had
do you
the
trust-
Bitcoin and Ethereum.
The entire time was telling you, it's a scam.
Yeah.
Guess,
So-
wait a second though. He sold it, and guess what? Bitcoin started booming.
But here's the thing.
Bump
I
it.
still wouldn't even believe that, because if he really lied to you about owning Bitcoin, right? How do you know he's not lying to you again to sell your Bitcoin so he can buy more for cheap? You see?
Well,
When some
there's that
people
book,
put
right?
some people put themselves in the lane of distrust, and it's just difficult to come back off that lane.
is it the Smart Investor book that talked about how the markets work and the strategy of these media folks?
Exactly. Always play the opposite
Yeah.
of what they're doing, type of
Yep.
thing. Right. Well, I think that is it for that one. It's very interesting. Jim Cramer offers an apology for getting his stock picks incorrect this time around. All right. Let us know in the comments. Do you think it's a genuine apology? Right. Have you listened to Jim Cramer before? Do you know of any incidents where he made a call and it was absolutely wrong and you were like, you saw it clean and clear? Let us know in the comments. Absolutely. Let us know in the comments. Leave a link in the comments. I want to see more of those videos. Final thoughts down below.
As always, if you have not liked, subscribed, left a comment. Follow us on YouTube. The centralized systems here on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify. We're trying to mess around with that little podcast once in a while.
We're in there, man.
Yeah.
We'll use decentralized platforms to get everyone over to a decentralized place. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Really appreciate you subscribing. Share the video. Like it so that we can now bump up to 500 subscribers. That is half of 1,000, man.
Bump it
Look at that.
up.
We're moving forward but slowly. Until next time, brazen out.
00. Out.